Welcome to the My Trucker Pro podcast with Gobi Heat. Um, My Trucker Pro is a one-stop shop for the transportation community, and it's our mission to bring valuable services and products to the transportation community. And Gobi Heat is one of those vendors that we're really excited to be partnering with. I'm Jack Bay. I am part of the marketing team at My Trucker Pro, and I'd like to introduce Jay.
Hi, Jack. Thanks for having me on. We're excited to have discovered My Trucker Pro. I love what you guys are doing. Creating kind of a hub for all things transportation it's one of those ideas that everybody, goes, well, it's really obvious. Why did nobody do it before? So I'm really excited to have heard about you adding our product line. And I think Gobi Heat can bring a lot of value to that offering. We think about the transportation industry a lot, thinking about who is cold maybe year round, right?
Mhm.
People working in reefer trucks or loading in refrigerated warehouses, or even people working outside. Necessarily transportation is kind of an outside business, right?
Right.
There's
Yeah.
no remote work for the truck drivers and the warehouse staff and the people at the terminals. So if it's a little chilly, most of us can just stay inside. But so that broadens the time period that they're needing heated apparel, which is what Gobi started off doing, and now we're branching out into some other heated gear. But we've always thought about the transportation industry a lot, so I'm excited to be able to reach people through My Trucker Pro, and introduce them to products that really were designed with them in mind.
Yeah. Why don't you give us a little like the elevator pitch of what Gobi Heat does? You sort of hinted at it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gobi Heat is we call it head to toe warming. We do primarily heated apparel. And so that is going to be, heated hats, socks, gloves, base layers, hoodies, vests, jackets. We have some more niche products, like we have a workwear line, and a high vis jacket, with construction and transportation
Right.
industries in
That's
mind.
quite
So we
key.
have like a very specific work glove that's heated,
Mhm.
for folks out there wrestling with their truck. Or I don't pretend to know what it's like to drive a semi truck or be in the industry, but we really do have products that are with the transportation industry in mind. So they're all battery heated, rechargeable batteries, so you don't have to stack a bunch of double A's in your truck or wherever you are. Um, and and I would say that we are thoughtful about our products and what they can do to allow people to have just a little bit more freedom and comfort. We also have branched out into what I just call heated gear. So we
Mhm.
have some heated camping chairs. We have heated stadium seating, heated hammocks, and then portable heated blankets, which are great for in the cab of a semi truck, for example. It has three ways that you can run it. One of which is to plug it into your 12-volt connector in
Mhm.
your truck. You can also plug it into a regular AC outlet in your home. And then you can also have battery operation, and everything we sell comes with the battery that's required. There's none of that tool only or a
Oh,
battery
that's
sold separately business
amazing.
for us.
Yeah, especially that's such a key component.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I can imagine the heated blanket being really nice, especially as we're like, I mean, we're recording this during the middle of a quite extreme storm hitting the US. And, if you get stuck on the highway, what are you gonna do? I think That way you don't have to, you have like a backup, right? You don't have
Yeah,
to
yeah, it's great for emergency preparedness. Um, we're also coming out with, and this is, a little bit of a secret, but My Trucker Pro is cool. We have a portable power station supply. So
Excellent.
it has 614 watt hours of power. So if you are stuck, right? I drive I-80 all the time to go visit family, and I just see semi after semi after semi just pulled over in the middle of Wyoming, and they're just stranded there. So if you are stranded, this is kind of your backup for supply. You can charge your phone from it. You can charge any AC, DC, or 12-volt device. It has USB-C, USB-A, and then an emergency light too. So it's
Oh, wow.
it's a
That's
pretty
really
great item for emergency
kitted out.
preparedness.
Yeah.
I know a lot of those cabs and those trucks are, some of them are kind of like luxury New York apartments, but some of them are bare bones, and it's good to have that safety net with the blanket and just some comfort and security with the warmth.
Yeah, I think it's it's something that we all have to think about now is how to be extra prepared in all these different situations.
Yeah, we're
And
seeing a lot more volatility in the climate, right? And so we actually saw a huge uptick in demand for the blanket in Europe because they were experiencing high fuel costs to heat their homes. So, some people were just electing to wear a heated vest around their house or have the heated blanket there.
so yeah, some of these backup solutions can become permanent solutions. And even if you're just working in an office, dispatch, why
Very
not?
true. Yes, dispatch offices are always freezing. Yes. So
Yeah,
yes, I've been in many of those, and I remember, gosh, it was my first year, and there was a lady running a dispatch office just outside Salt Lake Airport, and um I didn't have any employees at the time, and so I'd run over there with my truck and pick up my cargo, and I got to know her. And in the end, I just brought her a heated hoodie because I just couldn't stand the thought of her sitting in that office freezing anymore.
yeah. Oof.
The
So
other thing that's interesting is that a lot of our products, you can co-brand them too. So you'll have, let's say, um, let's say you've got to wear high vis for whatever your assignment is. So you've got your high vis jacket and it's got Gobi Heat on here. We also have an embroidery pocket, so you can embroider, whether you're a trucking company, you might be, even at the airport, right? FedEx
oh yeah.
transportation is all at the airport. You can have a big logo on the back. You can put safety information, whatever it needs to be. You can heat stamp or embroider that. So co-branding for the trucking companies or any large transportation company that would be interested in supplying their staff with heated apparel, like in a warehouse or a trucking crew. We can also get that stuff co-branded with your company name on it.
Well, that's fantastic. So out of all the products that you carry, what's your favorite one personally?
Oh, my favorite product. So my favorite apparel. So I am also the principal designer. So it's like picking a favorite child a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it changes, and it's usually one of my more recent products. So I would say my favorite apparel is probably our Terra heated parka. It's very, very pretty. It's for women. But I would say the most popular is the Dune heated vest, which is a great mid layer. So you can put it on under your big heavy coat. If you've got a favorite big heavy coat, you can, put it over a t-shirt and under your heavy coat, and it's just that extra layer of warmth. We have that for men and women. We have the largest size offering also. There you go. We have the largest size offering. We go up to 4X on men and I believe 2X for women. 3X in hoodies for women also. So that one is super duper popular. And then I really love the heated hammock. It is just awesome. It's a great, it's fun. You can, we really did think about all the scenarios that you might be in a hammock. It might be an emergency situation, right? It might be you've gone
That's true.
hiking, that this thing can just fit in your pack. And you string it up between two trees, you're lost, whatever. Maybe it's fun. You can be stargazing, but oh, what about if there's mosquitoes? Well, great. We have a mosquito net that just zips around.
Wow.
What if it starts raining? Okay, then you just zip up the rain fly. So we really did think about the different situations where, you know, you could start off on a warmish summer evening in there with the heat off. And then, you know, find in the middle of the night, you just roll over and turn it on and keep going. So
Luxury.
yeah, that's a pretty great product.
For a woman-owned and run company, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I used to do product development and project management for various consumer packaged goods and medical device companies in Utah. And I was working at one such company. And my now husband, who was my then boyfriend, was a plumber, and he'd been plumbing for about 25 years. And then while we were dating, he kind of noticed that he's always hot and I'm always cold. And I think people say that a lot about women, but I'm ridiculously cold. And so he came home one day, or came over to my place one day, and was proud of himself because he had seen a heated jacket in the plumbing supply store, and it was made by one of the tool brands. And so he had purchased that for me just as a gift, no occasion. So he was winning massive boyfriend points. And I started using it for a couple weeks, and you know, he checked in, said, "Hey, how do you like that jacket? Do you like it?" And I had a flippant comment of, you know, it's really good concept, but in my opinion, poorly executed. Even I could have done better. So then he challenged me to do better, which of course I have to then accept that challenge. And so in 2016, I launched the predecessor to Gobi Heat, which was Dragon Heatwear. And we sold our first heated jacket in September of 2016. And then we've just continued to evolve and improve, and just we're on this fun, crazy ride where we're bringing new products out to the masses. And really our goal is to bring quality, well thought out products that give the freedom back to whoever's wearing it to say, yeah, I'm gonna take that job in the warehouse. I know I'll be cold, but I'm gonna grab a Gobi Heat Ibex vest, or I'm going to stay for the second half of the game because I've got my heated chair. I'm going to go on that hike, even though I might get cold. I'll wear my vest, I'll turn it on if I need to. And it just gives that back to the customers where they're not saying no to the experience. They're not saying no to the opportunity because of the temperature. And that was something that I discovered when my husband said to me, you know, it's weird. You're cold a lot, you know, like it's odd. I had realized that I wasn't going to concerts as much. I wasn't wanting to go see both soccer games, or I was on the margins of life. I wasn't really involved because I was saying no just because of cold. Right. And I'd noticed that he would like bring blankets to our dates. And I noticed that people would buy me space heaters for Christmas and just crazy stuff. And so I'm thinking I can't be unique here. And so it's been really great. But yeah, it's still 100% woman owned. We're just a legitimate American family, just trying to grow this thing and get this stuff into the hands of people and let them make decisions for themselves.
Well, I love how it kind of came out of a challenge, and also a way to give yourself back the things that you loved too.
Yeah. I mean, it's great when I hear, oh, grandma, I got to go and watch all three grandkids' soccer games, or my wife never used to go hunting with me, but now I got her the Colorado camo vest and she will come with me. And so it's it's really strangely exciting to hear that people are making different choices and embracing life more just because of a product that we put out there. That, there's nothing better than that.
That's true. I mean, that's what we all want, right? It's like
Yeah.
the positive feedback.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine just how helpful this would be for people, even if you don't get cold as frequently, right?
Yeah, oh
If
yeah.
you're working construction or, any of the roadside work, um, and you have to be out all day in the winter, just the amount, the comfort level is going to increase exponentially, but then you're able to do the job longer, essentially, with
You
products.
are. And I think this is great for business owners or business managers. I think any business owner or business manager knows what it's like to try to attract, train, and retain staff. And so I think this could be a useful tool where I drive by these construction crews in the winter, and I just think there's no way could I do that job because of the way I suffer with the cold. But I feel like the managers would have a easier time retaining staff if they said, here, we understand that this is a cold situation. We understand that this is a dirty job. We're going to give you this high vis jacket that's heated and make sure that you're comfortable and safe out there. I think that speaks volumes to the employees.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. I hope I hope that products like this can make it into those spaces, especially
Yeah.
if it's the employer that's providing them as well. I think that would just speak volumes. Um,
Yeah, we can
that's
actually do some things with, I know a lot of larger transportation companies will have websites where they can offer that stuff through their company website for them to uh, purchase. And so that there's a lot of different ways that the employers can give them access, even if it's just a discounted way for the employee to buy it.
that's true. Yeah. Um, are there any typical um is there any complication to using a battery powered jacket or uh
No, there's not. So we always have to say, if you have a pacemaker, consult your cardiologist. We're not doctors. We're not selling this as a medical device in any way. But no, there's not. That they're washable, completely machine washable. You just plug the battery and wash it on gentle cycle. That's not a problem whatsoever. No, it's things perfect.
sounds like it. Easy to use.
Yes, it's very easy to use. Plug the battery in, you press the button on your chest, hold it down to turn it on. You tap it for different levels. We have 3 heat zone settings, so you can have high, medium, low. Obviously, your battery's going to last longer if you're on low than if you've got it turned on high. But yeah, there's really no complications. You can also buy extra backup batteries too. So whenever I'm driving that route, I-80 through Wyoming, I always make sure I have the Zen portable blanket in the back with a couple spare batteries, and then everybody in the car has a heated something with a couple extra batteries, because it's very possible that we get snowed in.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you have to worry? I assume you'd have to worry about if it gets too cold, the battery is draining power
Yeah,
faster.
so it's a lithium battery, just like any other lithium battery.
Mhm.
The efficiency does go down after about -20 degrees. So yeah,
You've got a
it's
pretty wide range there.
yeah, it's a pretty wide range. Yeah. So it's yeah, the efficiency is reduced like with any other lithium battery.
I'm just gonna close with thank you so much for joining us on this podcast. It was really good to get to know a little bit more about Gobi Heat and the products you provide. And we are incredibly excited to have them on our website. And you can find them at mytruckerpro.com.
Thanks, Jack.